Welcome back to the 5th episode of the Boys Only podcast. I'm your host, Lorenzo, co-host my brother Jalen, and we're just back doing a Boys Only podcast. So, just kind of wanted to, we got a new studio, somewhat.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a pretty nice little setup. It was pretty fast in how we did it, honestly. We guilted mom out of these chairs. that was a big thing. We got this table from the thrift store for like $15. Sister-in-law Kat hooked it up with finding this rug on the Facebook Marketplace. So, I mean, right now I think it's a great little setup. Makes it better for when we have guests. We can have them sit here with us and stuff. But yeah, maybe you got anything on the...
Yeah, no, it'll give us a little bit more of a stability, which is what we're trying to do for everyone. We're trying to get a little bit more of a studio effect, a date that we're gonna start doing these podcasts for everyone and stuff, and just stuff like that. Be a little bit more organized because this is becoming a lot more fun than we had expected.
Yeah, no, I expect us to do like 2 episodes and then that's just be like, yeah, it's kind of done, you know. But I think this is something we kind of had going as a brother thing. We have Patrick, the middle brother between us, in the back, and then we're just here, and it's a lot of fun. I think this is awesome. We're getting, a decent amount of good views.
Yeah.
I think for us, not having any type of fan base prior to getting on the internet, and we're getting a lot of support from friends and family, and possibly people that we've never even really met. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Just want to go over some current events. P.Diddy.
Yeah.
That dude
Wild.
has a lot of lubricant and baby oil. Like, why does he have so much?
The parties, man. The parties that they be having.
So how did he get caught coming back? Is there something on that, Patrick? On an article about how... Because he left
I'm looking for it right
to, like, Europe.
Yeah.
He bailed. And
well,
then,
because of all that thing that was happening the first time, right?
what happened the first time?
I can't remember how it actually went down, but they're saying that there's something wrong with, like, I think trafficking and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then he left the country, and then he came back, but he has to be like a mole or something for like the FBI, like waiting and hiding in plain sight.
Well, he said that he's caught and he's getting charged.
Oh, is he?
He's arrested. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Here it says, Diddy arrest caught on video march out of NYC hotel in handcuffs.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Why? Like, he was gone already. Why did he come back?
Yeah, that's kind of... Well, someone...
Diddy comes placed on suicide watch while waiting trial.
Wow.
That's what I see right here. It's posted one day ago. By the
That's
people.
crazy.
Well,
Oh,
hold on.
yeah, because I think I did see something that he was trying to plead for, like, a mental health thing that he was doing. You know how, like, when people actually get charged,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I'm, like, mentally ill. Yeah. So I think that's what he's going for.
And he's
Trying to get out
the
of it.
number 2 richest rapper. Or number 1 with Jay-Z. He's a billionaire.
Isn't there something that they were trying to bring them down to, Jay-Z too?
Yeah, so they're saying that they were at the parties and stuff with them. But, like, how many people were really at the party that are actually affected?
LeBron James.
That's when my people on my kind of seem like, God dang, bro, what do we do here? Because if you look back, there's a joke that Cat Williams tells, and he says there's a party, but then there's a party within the party.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's also like, as long as you're not in the rooms, like, you're part of that. So I'm wondering how many people are actually at the party, and how many people are at the party. Because yeah, it really did backfire when LeBron said there ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Yeah, that's a little scary. Yeah.
Hold on. You were just something. I saw something saying that Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis broke up.
What?
Yeah, I saw it on when he was in the news. Right there, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis.
Spark breakup rumors. After doing this separately amid P. Diddy controversy.
That would be one of the saddest breakups.
Well, did you hear they got a lot of hate? So, the dude that played Rooster and Hyde in that 70s show, he got arrested.
Yeah.
For like rape and stuff. Well, they're friends, and what happens in those kind of situations, the family and friends of the convicted, or whatever, the convicted person, the family will write letters to the judge to try to get a lesser sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis both wrote a letter, and they were told it wasn't going to go out. Well, then they went out to
Really?
public, so people bashed them, bro, because of them,
But that's tough. That's their friend.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Like,
thinking.
I don't know. It's hard because you can't knock friends for that kind of thing. And they've been together since that '70s show when they were like really young.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Mila Kunis was like,
Yeah, no. So
16.
Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher saying it was just rumors because they saw them doing things separately with the kids.
Oh, okay.
And now they're just
That would have hurt.
Dang.
I love that.
Me and Kat would have breakup rumors all the time if we were famous. Because we were always doing stuff separately with the kids.
No, it's rough because like I'm very outgoing and stuff, so I'm always doing stuff by myself
Yeah.
because I'm like driving to a friend's house or driving somewhere real quick to go do this by myself. So I can definitely see that too. People started rumors saying that me and Des broke up.
Yeah, Kat and I, we have different schedules. We have different things that we enjoy doing too. She's a real homebody. And I like hanging out with you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
And like all my family, so it's just different.
Okay. So Jalen, you claim yourself as a smart human being, right?
A smart? I don't know about smart.
You're like, bro, like I'm this, and he said, Patrick. He's done it before where he says it, right?
The
Okay.
only thing that I pride myself on is like writing and like punctuation and like spelling.
Would you say you're smarter than a fifth grader? We're about to find out, Pat Jalen.
Depends what fifth grader. Are we talking about Fort Lupton or are we
We're
talking
talking
about like...
according to Green Light, is what we're going according to.
All right.
So let's see what you got. So with the first question, what is the main theme of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet? A. Friendship. B. The impact of technology. C. The power of love and its tragic consequences. And D. The importance of political stability.
C.
C. Correct. All right. 2. Identify the subject in the following sentence. The dog barked loudly.
The dog.
Give you that. Not bad. What is the past tense for run? You're breathing a little heavy. You're getting a little nervous.
Ran.
Right. In literature, what is a metaphor?
Do I have to give you an example or I have to explain the definition?
A. A direct comparison using like or as. B. An exaggeration for effect. C. A figure of speech for an idea for a companion not meant to be taken literally. D. A type of rhyme.
Let's see.
Damn, that was pretty good.
What is that? 3 for 3 right now?
No. 4 for 4.
Well,
You can't count, that's for sure.
Well, we just talked about my memory today, but yeah. Go
Yeah,
on.
we did talk about your memory. What is a bibliography?
A bibliography?
Bibliography. That's what bibliography.
Stop.
Bibliography.
I don't know. What am I?
Bibliography. You're showing the definition right there.
I can't read it.
Oh yeah, Joe's blind. Yeah, bibliography.
What are my options? Do I have options?
A. A summary of a book's plot. B. A character's analysis. C. A list of books read during a year. D. A list of sources used in a project.
I'll go with C again.
Is D. A list of sources used in a project. 6. Define an alliteration in poetry.
Alliteration?
Yep,
Do I have options again?
you do. All these have options. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure
I was like,
a repetition of vowel sounds. B. The repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. C. The use of symbolic objects. D. The attribution of human characteristics to non-human objects.
I'll go with A.
No, B.
Damn, I was gonna say that too.
So yeah, you're not that smart.
Well, what did I get?
There's like 30 questions. Do you want the 30
No,
questions?
I'm saying I got like
You
4.
missed 2
Out
out
of
of
6.
8. We did 8.
Oh, did we do it?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
You probably lost more when we kept going.
Well, they were getting harder.
You started breathing heavier as you went. Like,
yeah, I didn't expect that at all.
yeah.
Because I was never good at school, but also never really tried. So
No, yeah, but you claim you're smart. So one discussion that happened to me this week and really pissed me off.
Okay.
So I hate the strong word, but I hate people that ride motorcycles, but it's not really a goddamn motorcycle. Like this dude's riding like a dirt bike, like a skinny motorcycle.
Yeah.
This dude has like those attachments in the back for storage and stuff. This dude's zooming through traffic, bro. Almost dying because he's trying to get through traffic so bad. But bro, if you had a Harley or a patch on your back, all the respect to you.
Yeah,
I ain't talking to you. Like those people that pulled up on Texas, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Dude,
So
that was terrifying.
I was gonna bring that up.
Was it Banditos? Is that what it was? Bro, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
They pulled up and did not give a damn about us being
They're from
there.
Texas. Well, because I talked to them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because I saw their patches and they were from Texas, and I was like, oh, because we were in Oklahoma at that time, and I was like, oh, are you guys from Texas? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, that's actually where we just came from. And they're like, oh, really? Like, how was it? And I'm like, honestly, like, we just came from a lot of rain.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that sucks. Like, we're going straight into that. Like, that's good to know. And I was like, yeah. I was like, it was coming down pretty hard, but I mean, we kind of got away from it after a while. And I didn't ask what part of Texas, but I just saw like a Texas patch on the back of it. But I mean, they were cool. There were a lot of Hispanics, so
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
they were pretty. I mean, they weren't mean or anything like that.
They just scared me because they pulled up not giving a damn about any of us being there. Like they were literally just sliding right in there.
Well, and I even because that's how it started. Because I was filling up the car, and then they pulled up and they were waiting for us to leave so that they could fill up. And I was like, I'm leaving right now, guys. Like, you guys can take this pump. And they're like, all right, thanks, man, thanks. And that's when they started talking back to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I can talk to them a little bit, but yeah, and from there, I actually started watching Sons of Anarchy.
That's what you said.
Yeah. That kind of like I was like, dang, I haven't seen that show in a while, which I love that I love that show.
Yeah. Going back, I hate bikers that act more cooler than they are.
Yeah.
Like, cause now it's legal now. I know that they passed the law that you're able to lane cut. Cause at first you weren't able to.
lane split. Yeah.
You were able to lane split, but now you are able to. So I see bikers doing it all the time. But this dude's driving like it looked like a motorized bicycle. Like you see those kind of style things.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looked like he was driving. And he wasn't no freaking. He was like a fake dude. He was like his like.
Banza
was bigger than his legs, bro. That's how freaking bad he looked. He looked very disconfigured, bro. And he's just riding with it, like straight up. And he's like, and I'm like, bro, who are you? Like, who cares? We're in Brighton on Highway 85. Get out of here.
Well, the funny thing too is like he probably thought he looked so dumb.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And there are people that probably think like, yo, this guy's so cool.
Yeah.
Like I want to hang out with that guy. But I mean, to each their own, you know. Like I would never ride a motorcycle. I could never do it. I've seen a lot of bad accidents from that.
I've ridden a dirt bike once, and I was terrified.
Yeah, but
So I'm not doing that.
didn't you guys fall off it or something like that? Or
No, not me. I rode Randy's dirt bike one time.
Oh.
But it was just not. It's not as fun as I thought it'd be. Like they seem cool when you think about it.
Yeah.
You put the game of Dame Busters, it look cool as hell. But then you actually start riding, like, bro, I could die at any moment.
Well, I've seen a couple of videos. I don't know, Pat, if you can bring something up like that. There's the videos of people and they're competing, but there's like a bunch of mud, obviously, everywhere that they're flinging up.
Oh, the motocross.
Yeah. So then they come and they need to fill up their like gas tank and stuff. So there's people like it's like NASCAR.
Okay.
So they pull up and they grab the jug and they put it into the gas tank, and the dirt bike guy takes off his hands off the wheel, and then they switch out his goggles because it's so muddy. So then they switch them out. They do it pretty fast too. Like, it's actually pretty cool. I once I saw it on Instagram one time, I was kind of looking them up, and it was actually pretty interesting. I think it might be on one of those shorts. Or
whole bunch of fuel down in there, get the cat back on and get him going.
That's crazy, bro. You do that.
Yeah, so we're thinking it could be maybe
The concentration it takes to do something like that.
Into the pits. I've never seen this happen before. Let's send it down to Kelly.
Talk about practicing a pit stop on the fly. You see the mechanics working. Quickly got the gas cam up. They're using 2 bottles to fuel it as fast as they can to refill it.
Oh, God.
they're quick, bro. They're quick.
Because it brought like a memory. Danny works for Red Bull, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. You work for Red Bull. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, bro, I'm like, Red Bull's so strict. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I bet you work for someone named Travis, like Travis Pastrana, the biggest like sponsor guy. And he's like, bro, there's 3 people that work here that named Travis. I'm all, dude, that makes so much sense to me. Like, yeah.
That guy is cool though, because they used to have the Nitro Circus.
Yes, dude.
That was dope.
They still do it. Like,
they
do road events and they
yeah,
have the
they
show
go to, like the
on
Pepsi
TV.
Center and stuff like that, right? Yeah. Oh no, Invesco is where they.
Yeah, I think
it's outside. Or
yeah, because they even do the Coliseum sometimes.
Oh really?
Yeah. How sick was Monster Jam when you were a kid, bro?
I never went.
But like, just like you never.
Oh,
thought,
like the idea of it.
Yeah, like Gravedigger. He's the man, bro.
I never really got into that kind of stuff.
I don't know how.
Yeah. I didn't really get into that kind of stuff. I think I was just super into the sports, really. Like, I never seen those as sports. I thought of them as like hobbies.
Yeah, I'm not saying sport. I just thought it was cool. Like I'm saying, like it was cool to see. I remember going to a Monster Jam. Did we go to a Monster Jam?
Nice.
I've been to a Monster Jam. I've definitely been to a Monster Jam with Mom and Dad. I definitely have.
You went with Melissa.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure with Mom and Dad.
I'm more sure you went with Melissa.
Why would I go see Melissa?
Why would Mom go?
Yeah, Mom never went to the Monster Jam.
We're making a call in to our last guest, Lencho Vasquez, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see the answers.
I think he's at a party right now.
Hey, Dad. Hey, you're on the pod. Quick question for you.
Hold it.
Did you ever take us to a Monster Jam? Damn it. I just lost it. I told you. Because I thought we had been. How about WWE? That was sick. You ever WWE?
Yeah, dude.
That was sick. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Later. Damn, I know I've been though. I don't remember
You might have, but
I don't remember going
I've never been.
Yeah, Gravedigger was sick. You know what Gravedigger looks like?
I think is it that big green and black
Yeah.
monster truck? Yeah.
Dude, that was sick. They had Taz one. They had so many cool styles. They still do it, but it's just like that was so cool when I was a kid. That was so dope. I'm not a car person. I just thought it was really cool.
Yeah. There was something that I needed to talk about because I put it on my Facebook and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And last Saturday, I was working, and I get a call from Kat, and she says, I work on a paving crew, and I was a paver operator at the time, and I have a truck full of asphalt in the air. We're about to finish the job, and as I'm about to put the truck in the air, Kat's calling me, and I'm like, she rarely ever calls me during work. Like, she kind of just like lets me go, and if she needs something, she'll text me. And she calls me, and I answer, and I'm like, hey, can I call you right back? Like, I'm literally about to finish. Like, I'm so close. And she's like, yeah, that's fine, but I'm taking Patty to the hospital, which is my baby. She's like almost 2 years old now. And I'm like, what? Like, and that was like the first time ever where like my heart dropped. Yeah. It was actually pretty scary because we have Avi, but she's pretty healthy for the most part, and she doesn't really get sick too bad, and they do really well with her checkups, keeping up with them. So I mean, she's fine. So this was like the first time I had a scare like that. So then I go to Children's. She ends up having some problems with her intestines, and they do like a non-surgical procedure that actually helped her. But I thought it was kind of funny that while I was there, I get a notification because all you guys are so helpful. Like, and I appreciate you guys. Like, you know, you hit me up, Patrick hit me up, Ramon hit me up. My parents showed up to Children's Hospital, which shout out Children's Hospital because, you know, you guys do a really hard job and you guys, I'm thankful for you guys. But everyone's so helpful and you offered to take the dogs out.
Yeah.
And you get there and I have cameras all over my house because, you know, we live in 2024. It's a little sketch. So yeah. I have cameras all over my house and I'm sitting there in the waiting room because Mom ended up going back with Kat and Patty, and I get a notification. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, oh, Lorenzo's there. He's there to like let the dogs out. And you're peeing.
Yeah, I was peeing
in the corner
of your backyard.
Of my backyard. Because I'm like, it's like this little guy hiding in the corner. I'm like, who the hell is back there? So I open up my app and you're there, and all I hear is like, sorry, Jalen.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, so I get on, and with Ring, you can talk through it, you know? All of the ones that I have, you can talk through. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like this. And he's like, I'm peeing. And I'm like, why? He's like, I just couldn't hold it, bro. I couldn't hold it anymore. I couldn't hold it any longer. And then he's in the middle of peeing, and he's like, hey, we can't find your key. And I'm like, bro, call me when you're done peeing. I'm dealing with a scary moment, and my brother's just in my backyard taking a pee. But that reminds me of, you can pee or poop anywhere.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
no, definitely.
It doesn't even matter.
No.
Like, when you need to go, you need to go.
Bro, it's because my thing, and if I gotta go, I gotta go because I can hold it, like anything.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, I can hold them, and if I'm to the point where I'm like, yo, I'm just giving in, like I have to go. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And yeah, no. So we tell like, yeah, we'll be there, and you have your key, and then you have your hidden key. Yeah. Which, you know, I'm not going to say where that's at, but I'm like, hey, bro, like, the key's not there.
Yep.
And you're like, no, it's here. And I'm like, no, I looked there, it's not there. And then your father-in-law was like, no, tell him it's there. And you're like, you look there, and he's like, but no, tell him it's there.
And then I was like, dude, I'm trying to explain to you.
And I'm like, bro, like, I can't find it. So I'm like, well, I'll slip underneath your garage door because it's a little cracked.
Yeah.
And I'll go back there and let him out. Well, I'm holding my pee the whole time I'm doing this because I expect to be fast. I can just run in, go pee, get the dogs out.
Yeah.
So then I slide underneath, go to your side door. That's locked.
All
and I'm like,
locked.
bro. So I'm like, bro, I have to pee, and I can't pee up front. I go to your backyard, and your backyard is the side of that. Like, children live on the back side of your yard.
Yep.
So I'm like, dude, I can't pee anywhere else other than this corner right here. And I start peeing, and I'm like, bro, he's gonna watch this on his video. I didn't expect to catch me live, but I knew you'd catch me peeing there. So I'm like, I said, like, sorry, Jalen, and then start peeing, bro. No, man, I had to pee so bad.
Talking about like, can we talk about the story when we were young?
Yeah, no,
and we lived in Aristocrat.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
So
I'm not afraid of that story at all.
Do you want me to talk about it, or you?
No, I can talk about it.
Yeah,
I remember. So we used to live in Aristocrat, which is near Fort Lupton. It's like a ranch neighborhood stuff, and we used to have some land, and we had a horse, like a big sand area. Well, we got home one day, and we were locked out of the house.
Yeah.
And I had to use the restroom so bad. Well, me being...
Well, you needed to poop so bad.
Yeah, I had to poop. I had to take it up so bad. Well, me being Lorenzo and a freaking survival expert, I was like, yo, I'm going to put some toilet paper here for advance in case I need to go freaking poop one day. Well, guess what? The very next day is the day that I had to go. So I lined it up so perfect. So then I ran and I hid behind our old shed and I dug a hole and I pooped in the hole.
Which is where we have neighbors that live behind our proproperty.
Yeah.
And I don't think he even thought about it. Because how old were you?
I was in second grade. So whatever you are in second grade. How old are you right now?
7.
I was 7, 8 years old.
Dude, that's
I was second grade when we used to live in Aristocrat.
Dude, I feel like at 7, I wouldn't even think about that.
No, I definitely thought about that a lot.
But yeah.
I've pooped pants a lot too.
So you dug a hole. You pooped in the hole.
Yeah.
And then you covered the hole back up.
Oh yeah, I did. I'm not a barbarian. Like, I'm gonna cover it back up. We have dogs, they're gonna eat that stuff, bro. Like,
it's funny because, I mean, I know we're talking about like some poop stories, but when I was younger, I went to Mexico, and I was with grandma, and there was no access to bathrooms at the time. We were in the mountains, and this is the first time I ever pooped out in the middle of nowhere. And she like kind of dug a hole, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, I need a bathroom. And she's like, that's your bathroom. And I'm like, huh? Like, there's no way I'm doing that. And she's like, no, like, if you have to go, you have to go.
that's where you're going.
So she was holding my hand while I was air sitting, right? And I just freaking throw down a couple of mean old turds. And I'm holding her one hand, and I'm trying to wipe my butt at the same time. And then I get up, and I'm not used to it, so I take a step back.
Oh.
And I step in my food. And she grabs it, she's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I got poop on my shoe. It was not a good moment for me. But yeah, that's the only time I really could relate to you pooping in the ground.
No, pooping's great, bro. Last night with the beat.
Dude, oh yeah, so we went to Buffalo Wild Wings with some friends last night.
I didn't want to go originally.
Yeah, he didn't. I talked him into it. Shout out Chulo. I missed you. It was good hanging out with you. And shout out Matt. That was a good time, but
Thanks for you, boy.
Yeah, I didn't want the invite, honestly. I didn't want to go.
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we got this King or Vampire Slayer. Spicy garlic with Parmesan garlic. It was actually pretty delicious. And the moment I got home, my stomach was tore up. I pooped about almost 10 times today.
Yeah, me too.
It has messed up my
stomach. Like, I don't eat anything for the rest of the day today.
No, I don't either, except for I did eat some McDonald's, but that's probably why my stomach gets all jacked up. But yeah, dude, that was.
No, I have a video on my Snapchat of me. So, like, my house, cars are parked this way. Cars are parked this way. I pulled up with my truck, face to face with my other truck, ran into the house, and you can see on my ring camera, I'm just racing, bro. Oh my gosh. And then, I'm not trying to tell Jalen that I need to go. And I'm sitting there
having a conversation with you, like, I'm like talking to you about a bunch of stuff.
And then you close the door, and, alright, cool, and then you open the door, you're like, things are coming, bro. And I'm like, yeah, of course. God, motherfucker. And then they go off, bro, 'cause I had to go so fast.
Yeah, and dude, since last night, bro, I just been pooping my brains out.
Yeah. No,
I don't think I'll ever eat Buffalo Wild Wings again.
It was the first time in a minute that I had, because like I was saying today that like Wing Shack's so close, Outlaws is close.
Yep.
Like there's no need for me to go to B-Dubs anymore. Because the only time I go to B-Dubs is because I want a wings, but I didn't want to drive the 40 minutes north or south to Outlaws or Wing Shack.
And you know what sucks? This cat loves Buffalo Wild Wings. Well, she likes the sauce.
And I get that.
She likes the sauce that they use, which I enjoy too. It's just every single time I go to Buffalo Wild Wings, I grab the wing, and it's a little cold because they like kind of let it sit out every once in a while. When you go to like Outlaws or Wing Shack and they bring it out to you, dude, it is piping hot. Like you can barely even grab. You have to wait. You have to have a little bit more of a conversation with whoever you're with to let them cool down.
The best part about wings too is when you hit your like you take that first bite and that vinegar gets back to your throat and you're all baby.
That happened to me last night.
This must be good one. This sucker's going down, baby. That feeling's the best.
Yeah, that was good.
No.
But yeah, it was a good time hanging out.
Yeah, no, it was really fun. It was fun talking to him. Matt's hilarious. We'll probably have him on the podcast here eventually.
Yeah.
Matt's a hilarious dude. I can't stop. And then I was bashing him, and dude, it makes me laugh because I'm a big football fan. All right, I'm a big Raider fan. I'm probably a big Raider fan mostly. I'm a big Texas fan. But I meet other people that are big fans, and they can't take crap talk.
like criticism of their own team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. Like, they won't. I'll sit there and Matt's an Oregon fan, so I'm like, dude, Matt, Oregon is frauds. Like, they're terrible. And he's like, bro, shut up. Like, no, we're not. No, we're not.
They have cool jerseys, but that's about it.
Yeah, they're dope. But I'm like, you never pan out in the freaking
They have a cool
championship.
campus, from what I've seen online.
Dude, and it's rough. And I'm at a bad spot where Texas right now is ranked number 1 in the nation, and I'm so terrified of heartbreak right now because I'm like, dude, they're gonna go and play like they play Mississippi State next week. They're playing right now, I think, here soon.
Yeah.
And they're probably killing them right now. And I'm like, they're gonna go and play Georgia or someone and lose, and I'm gonna be traumatized, and we're gonna miss the playoffs, and it's gonna terrify me. But
well, in talking about football, shout out Sean.
yes,
And your podcast,
Air Raid.
Shout out to the boy. He went solo. He talks about sports, mostly football and stuff like that, which he wants to get us on. But I don't like. I like watching football and I like watching basketball, but it's kind of gotten a little just too much for me. It's just different. The gameplay is different for me.
No, it definitely is. I've gotten a lot more into college this year and last year. The last couple years I've been watching, but I just watch Texas.
Yeah, Archie Manning, bro.
This the Archman, no doubt.
He started today.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown. I think my dad said 7-0. But like, dude, freaking Shiesty, bro, the Shiesty dog. Oh, dude, he's so freaking dope.
That's dope.
He's the coolest fucking man in the world, and he's not even the best yet, but he's definitely the coolest one. But I'm watching it more this year, and it's just college is so much better, even though they're getting paid. Like I was having an argument with my father-in-law about it. We're talking about it, and he's like, "Yeah, but they're getting paid now." I'm like, but you got to think about it. Like the Shadur Sanders and the Arch Manning, like, yeah, they're getting paid $6, $5, $3 million, but the drop off is insane.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, some of these players are still getting paid, but they're getting paid like $50K, which is a minimum paying job in a lot of states. That's like a low income. They're getting paid some money, but it allows them to play sports and not have to worry about other stuff.
Yeah, I remember when I was in college my first year when I went to go play football. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but he would go to school during the day. He would go to the film, and then we'd go to practice. And after practice, he'd go straight to work, and he worked at Walmart. And he would be there until probably midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and then he'd get up for weightlifting in the morning. So like he no sleep at all, and because that's what you love.
Yeah, that's what you love.
But when I look at that, I'm like, that's crazy because now you can actually get paid for this, so you don't have to do that, which is kind of cool. Yeah, there are some people that take advantage of it, for, like the schools and stuff. Like they paid. What did they spend on Arch Manning when he went like $1 million on his visit?
Recruitment? Yeah,
that's crazy.
$1 million on his recruitment visit,
and then he's not even starting. Now he is because Ewers got hurt. But I'm like, it was actually a really big culture shock when I went to South Dakota to go.
Can you put up the just real quick the Tennessee versus Oklahoma score? I hate Oklahoma so much. I almost hate them more than Bronco fans, and I hate Bronco fans. Like I really do.
I think Bronco fans and it sucks because we live in Colorado, but Bronco fans they're just too serious, bro. They're just too serious.
Well, they're serious for like 3 weeks, and then they give up.
Yeah, and at first it's like, oh, this guy, he's so dope. They're bringing him in. He's gonna change the whole thing, and then they're booing their own team.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen last year? In the middle of the game, they were literally booing their own team.
They booed Peyton Manning.
Yeah, they booed Peyton Manning off his last
crazy.
team. The whole game.
Like, how do you call yourself a fan when you're not in it with them through thick and thin?
Yeah,
it's a little like Bengals. They have a slow start. Every year they have a slow start, but it's like I'm not gonna be like, oh, they're the worst people. It's a game, bro. I don't know.
No, Raiders are definitely ass.
Yeah,
it sucks. But I've known it my whole life, so it's not really anything new for me. And obviously, I'm a grade A Bronco hater, so take what I say about the Broncos as the greatest assault. Because I know it's going to be the first compliment I get. Like, bro, you just hate Broncos are this, Broncos are that. And I'm like, yo, I see it one way. But I will say a lot of people in my office, week 1, were like, bro, Bo Nix is the man. He's going to save the franchise. And then I'm like, yo, what about that game last night? He's like, oh, bro, there's not a Nuggets game for another 30 days. Like you
Dude, I'm telling you, they all start off like this person's gonna save it, and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get another Peyton Manning for a long time.
Is it
A
Russell
long
Wilson
time.
too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Then he's gone.
it's so annoying, and I think that's the only thing that frustrates me is just the fans.
Yeah, they're definitely the fans.
Like they love hard and they hate even harder. But whatever. That's my rant.
No, I feel you understand. And I think there's like since we're in Denver, I think we all just have a common agree that we just don't like Denver fans. But there's like Philadelphia fans in general, bro. They're crazy, man.
Well,
They're
like
crazy.
Denver fans when USA was playing against Serbia.
Yes, bro.
I'm like, I don't care who is playing on the other team. You are from the United States of America. I don't care if it's Jokic. That is insane. You should not be rooting for another country. Like, it is Team USA or nothing. And there's people like, oh, I just want, to see Jokic get a gold medal. What? No. Go live in Serbia then. Go live over there. You want to support them? No. Get out of here. That was a little frustrating.
No, I'm with you 100% on that one. And it's just, but it was all the Nuggets fans.
It was the Nuggets fans, yeah.
But no one was pulling for Canada. And Jamal Murray was abysmal for Canada, bro. He was abysmal. That was terrible. He wasn't even starting. He had Shea and who was the other shooting guard? R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett was starting over him. I'm not trying to have a whole bash of Denver sports. So maybe we should get off topic now because we have a lot of Denver sports.
I know, we're going to be like, no one's going to watch
But, like, he's the perfect piece to Jokic. But I guess just maybe by himself he's just not.
Yeah.
Well, he can't do it, I guess. But no, the Olympics was crazy. That was awesome. That final game, the game versus Serbia and that final game was some of the best basketball.
I didn't watch the final game, unfortunately. I was busy during that time. But that game in the South Sudan one,
yes,
crazy. Those were pretty good games.
Yeah, and that's the best part of why like the tournament style they have in the Olympics is so much cooler than playoffs.
Yeah,
I think NBA has the perfect playoff status of where the best team wins. Yeah. Because in reality, the best team on the court will win 4 out of 7 games. Mm-hmm. They're going to come out and win the 4 out of 7 games.
Yeah.
Which in NCAA basketball, March Madness, 1 seeds are going down to the freaking 16 seeds all the time. In 7 games.
Time 1 seed is won at all?
A while. Maybe last year I think UConn was a 1 seed. But it's not as common as you think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's those, and it matters because then like USA is playing and they're like, oh, they almost lost to South Sudan. I'm like, well, you don't know sports. Like any given Sunday is a legit thing. Anybody can beat anybody. It might be, the other team might win 99 out of 100 times, but that one time is all they need. And boom, the Robert Downey Jr. the freaking one time on the end game. Remember when he does the one?
Oh yeah.
Like that's all you need. That's literally all you need.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. But no, and that's why I think that's one of the main reasons why I love sports. Like you can never count out certain teams. And that's why I like college, because college you'll have some freaking Northern Illinois, I think it was. They beat Notre Dame.
Yeah. And
Notre Dame was going in as a top 10 probably. First of all, Notre Dame's a fraud. They're always frauds. But because they went and beat Texas A&M, which is one of the hardest places to go beat, they beat them in Texas A&M, which was a crazy win. But then the next week they go and they lose to an unranked MAC team. A MAC team is like a D3 college.
Yeah.
If you compare like in those kind of things, it's crazy, man. That's why I love sports, because anything can happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything is possible.
Oh, anything possible. Yeah.
What is it, bro? They were bashing Jason Tatum so much, bro.
Yeah.
And I get it. It was a little cringy, but he didn't demonstrate.
No, but my thing is like, yeah, he just won a championship, right? But other teams, they had a lot of injuries that they were playing against, so it was kind of it was a little hard. But then you come with the top dogs. These are number 1 players for their own like little era. You have Kevin Durant, you have LeBron James, and Stephen Curry. All obviously those are going to be some legends. Yeah. And then you have Anthony Edwards. You have people that are willing to be role players. I don't know if they were willing to be if he was willing to be a role player, because it seemed like he was trying to take over at certain times. But Devin Booker too.
He came in as a role
He came in
player,
as a role player,
and he said because someone tweeted last year when they lost, they didn't even medal last year. I think it was last year they didn't even medal in the freaking FIBA.
in the FIBA, yeah.
And someone said we need people to go in and be a role player instead of trying to be all stars.
Yeah.
And Devin Booker retweeted that this year and said like mission accomplished like that.
Yeah.
Like, saying, like, I did that, which is sick, dude. Like,
Yeah, it is. It's
and-
cool seeing that.
But yeah, I mean it's the same thing like when freaking the Dream Team was a thing. They had Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. Yeah, I saw that pretty sick. They had Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and all those people, and they were going and doing. People were sitting on the bench because they weren't going to get into playing time. You had people like Clyde Drexler, who's a freaking Hall of Famer. He was sitting on the bench.
Yep.
To other people like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. If you go to the stats, Charles Barkley was the best statistical player on the Olympics on the Dream Team.
Yep.
So that's why Michael Jordan's a fraud.
That's crazy.
If you go back and watch the highlights, bro, it's crazy.
I'm not getting into
It's
this.
crazy the highlights of who they played. I'm saying like when they compare the Dream Team to the USA team we had today,
Yeah.
or any USA team. Like you go back and watch the legit competition. They played a Brazil team that wore T-shirts as their jerseys in the Olympics, and then you see they're like LeBron, like Jordan can't go left, and then Jordan's not going left, but then he can go right all he wants because he can't guard him. Sorry, I get it.
I'm not getting into this with you.
Because you know you'll lose the debate. Jordan is a fraud. Not a fraud. He's the greatest of his era. There's a lot of eras.
Yeah.
But LeBron's the greatest of all time.
Not getting
He's the
into
greatest
it.
of all the eras.
Not getting into it. Did you have a top 3 for this week?
I had a couple ideas, but I didn't know which way you wanted to stray around it. Did you have any that you're kind of thinking of? I know you texted me something.
I did. It was top 3 people that you can't stand.
Ooh.
Like characteristics, or if they're ugly. Or,
Oh, I think people.
yeah, people. Yeah.
Oh, like okay.
So like,
You go first.
so I was kind of thinking about this because there are certain times where I'm like, I just cannot stand being around this person, right? My 3 is a sports fan that is like super into their team. I'm like, bro, you're not on the team. Like, yes, you're a fan and you support them, but just support them. Like, chill from the back, watch from TV, kick it, but you know.
Yeah, me gonna feel a little hit on my chest right now.
And then 2 are people that like are really about themselves. Like, I do this, I do that. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, I'm very like relaxed and to myself. If you ask me a question, I'll give you an answer of like who I think I am as a person and stuff like that. But there are people out there that are just like, oh, I'm the best and yada yada. Can't stand those people. But my number 1, and I have to take a deep breath because it's a little frustrating, are the one-uppers.
Oh,
I hate the one-uppers. And the one-uppers is, you know, you say a story of something that's cool or funny that happened, and there's that person that's like, oh, you think that's funny? Get this. And I'm like, dude, I'm not in a competition with you. I don't care. Like, I thought it was a cool story to tell. It's like,
That's why you never win.
well, I was like, I did this. And it's like, oh, I did that too.
yeah.
And I did it better. And I'm like, I didn't ask. Like, oh, dude, it's just so.
Oh yeah,
frustrating.
I bought a car from a used car lot, and they're like, oh, I bought it off the lot. It's like, what's that mean for that?
I don't care, dude. So yeah, like I was thinking about that. I think it was on Thursday, and I was like, dude, I just cannot stand the people that do that. But yeah, those are my top 3.
Abbreviated, top heavy.
Top heavy.
Number 3 wasn't that good.
Bro, it's
Felt a little personal, but it's fine.
it wasn't personal. If you felt it was personal, then maybe you should take a seat back. But
Just saying.
but yeah, because on Facebook, like every single time somebody shares something on Facebook, it's like, you know, you have to say something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really care for your opinion, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I don't really share anything anymore on those things.
I love Facebook because I love triggering people. I love it. I love posting stuff that'll just make people comment. It's something that I want to make. I want to post it and then write in the comments like, if you're in my comments right now, I got you. It's like, I want you to comment stuff. I want you to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say.
Patrick didn't give me his
Oh, Patrick, one word.
I was guessing that because you've always been like that.
What's one word?
To explain my top three.
I was just saying I guessed it.
Abbreviated.
Yeah.
Abbreviated makes it one word.
Guessed.
Guessed.
Predictable.
Predictable, yeah.
I'll say number 3, and it's not like I hate. I guess I do hate being around them, but I would just say people that like.
Or name Jalen. I'm just kidding.
You know, my in-laws. No, I'm kidding. No, people that have to be part of everything. Like when you're having a conversation and they're like, "Oh yeah, you know,"
Yeah.
not like the one upper.
That's an honorable mention right there,
Dude,
bro. Oh
like, they
my
have to be part
God.
of the, have to be part of the conversation. I'm like, I wasn't really talking to you, and they kind of go, you know, like, "Oh yeah, you know, I was just driving, you know, in Nebraska. Oh, you're in Nebraska? Why were you in Nebraska?" And I'm like, I wasn't really. I'm talking to you, bro. Like, what is it? What is it to you?
In my last job, bro, I had a lot of those kind of people.
I believe it.
A lot of those people. I'm like, no one's talking to you right now. Why are you even speaking?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I that's a definite honorable mention.
Number 2 is open mouth eaters.
Oh,
That's a big one. When they
that
just
is so bad.
when they just chew with their mouth open, bro. It's like, what's the point, bro? Oh my goodness.
I hate it.
I can't stand it. It makes no sense. to
And
me.
we get that from Dad.
Yeah, because Dad was
He used to
very
slap
he
us
was
for
very
that.
anal about it. You could not do it.
I remember I had braces,
Ugh.
and they would get tightened, so my teeth would hurt so bad, and I didn't even want to chew. So I just like, dude, he freaking
They hurt
tighten
more.
braces, yeah, dude. He freaking cut up my lip, the inside of my lip. Yeah, that was bad. That's a good one.
Then my number 1 people that I hate the most probably be like Mexicans.
We're Mexican.
We're Mexican. Yeah, we're Mexican. Just,
It's a
yeah,
joke.
we're
It's a
Mexican.
joke.
I'm gonna have my one. I just made that joke and I can't remember it. Number 1 is people that don't want to listen. Like if you're having a conversation with them and it's like, bro, like you know, like you're talking like, hey, that wasn't really nice of you to say it. Okay.
You know who's like that a lot?
I don't remember that. I don't know. Who's like that a lot?
Our baby brother.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's
Like that.
just his age, but you know, like since I work with him, I try to give him a lot of advice, and you know, I'll be talking to him, and he's just like, and be like looking at his phone, and I'm like, bro, you cannot stand you right now. I was like, I love you so much, but I'm like, dude, I just want to freaking throw blows right now. But
an honorable mention would be like someone that just doesn't want to have the conversation. Like say like dude like and it's my wife Desiree does that a lot where I'll be like yo like we can't be doing that. She's like, I'm sorry, and I'm like I don't need an apology. We're having a conversation about it. She's like yeah, but I'm just sorry. I messed up. I'm sorry. And I'm like okay, cool. But we she's like no, but I said I'm sorry. And I'm like no, the conversation's not done. Like just because you said you're sorry, the conversation's not done. Like we're still talking about it. Like you can't smack me in the face like that.
You can't hit me with the bat.
I was like, Desiree, you're in handcuffs. We understand what's going on.
I don't like when you use those toys.
I'm like, well, I can't walk you
I
anymore.
can't sit right now. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But I'm not. But that's definitely like an honorable mention. Something that like, they don't want to have the conversation.
They don't like the confrontation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I get it. I understand some people don't like that, but there's just, I'm like, bro, I have to have the conversation. I have to talk about it. If we don't talk about it, it's going to eat me alive.
Yeah.
And I can't get over it.
I'd say that's definitely understandable. Your top 3. I feel like there's a lot of people that could relate to that. I was gonna say relatable, but I use that a lot.
Yeah.
But understanding is a pretty good word. I feel like.
I'd say relatable. I'll take Jalen's.
You think?
No, but like the whole time you're saying it, like I was like, I don't like people who keep their mouth open.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like people who can't like have a conversation with you. And stuff
You don't like
that.
Mexicans.
I don't like Mexicans.
Yeah.
Someone right there with you.
No. Yeah, that's something I just some people just can't freaking stand.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anything else? And we're kind of hitting like that 50-minute mark, and anything else I want to ask if there's any.
No, I think going back to the Patty situation.
We'll straight off that real fast.
Thanks to everyone that reached out. She's doing a lot better now.
She was crawling
Yeah.
into the hospital,
Yeah.
like laying.
Well, and that's what was so crazy because we got told that I can't say the word. I don't know if you could bring it up, Pat. It's like intestus or something like that.
I know what that is.
So like her large intestine, it like the way that the doctor explained it, it was like, you know, a telescope, and then when you collapse the telescope, it like overlaps itself. That's pretty much what her large intestine did. What does that say?
He's looking at intestines.
So it wrapped up over itself, and she ate a little bit of Teddy Grahams, and she drank some milk, and then Kat said that her whole body just turned pale.
Oh my god!
And her lips turned pale. Her lips turned white. Her tongue was white. Like she was having a hard time. And then she's sitting there crying, and she's tearing at her stomach,
gosh.
like, like, you know, it was bad. And so Kat, she put her in the car, and my in-laws, shout out to my in-laws, because they came over to the house. Kat put Patty in the car. She started driving. Obviously, she had to put her in the car seat and had the straps over her. And when
Interception?
No, I'm pretty sure it's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Interception.
no, it's like in intestices. I can't remember. Is that where it overlaps?
Yeah, I mean, it is a life-threatening illness and occurs when a portion of the intestines folds like a telescope.
Yep. That's what it is. So Kat put her in the car. They started driving, and then Patty was just freaking out. And I tried calling Kat, and she's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I should call the ambulance. I'm like, if it's that bad, call the ambulance.
Yeah.
You know, they put her in there. Well, she calls, and then she pulls over on the side of the highway, like a little park that's off the highway, and she takes her out. The moment she takes her out, Patty just throws up all over Kat, all over herself. And after that, she felt fine. Like, she felt better.
Yeah.
You know, and she actually started falling asleep because she hadn't napped. She hadn't slept throughout the day.
Poor girl.
So then we get, you know, she falls asleep in the ambulance, in the ambulance, and Kat for a second was like, I don't know if I should even take her, you know. And I was like, no, like, still go. And she made a decision to go, and ended up finding out, her large intestine ended up overlapping itself. Had to get that procedure done. So then they couldn't do it at the Children's Hospital in Broomfield. So they told us, hey, you need to transport her to the Aurora campus. So we go to the Aurora campus, and we're sitting. We get in the waiting room, and it's pretty busy. There's a lot of kids that they look like they're having a hard time. There's a bunch of crying and screaming, and you know. And Patty's over there, like jumping and like, Dad, Mom, like, and you know, you would never know. And then the worst part about it too is like we get called before everybody because we were referred from another hospital, and we needed to have a procedure done within a certain amount of time, or it could end up worse for her.
No, it
like,
says if treated within 24 hours, most babies recover completely, but you have to be treated within those 24 hours.
Yeah, that's and he told
it could be life threatening.
He told us, like, you have 8 to 12 hours to get this done, or else, you know, it could really mess her up. So Kat and I are freaking out.
Yeah.
And we go straight over there, and she's acting like nothing happened.
That's crazy.
She is like having a ball inside of the waiting room, and there's kids that they look pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like, there's one, I think he had like a broken arm, and he's sitting there like dazed. And we go back before everybody, and then she's in the waiting room, and she's jumping around. She wants to play, and then we didn't have her shoes, so she's walking around, her feet are all dirty and stuff, and then they're doing the procedure, and she was fine. So yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she's all crawling on the ground like. So yeah, she's a trip, and it was hilarious to see. But yeah, she's doing a lot better, and thank you guys for all your guys' support and making sure she's okay, and hitting up me and Catherine for like updates and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's better now.
That's good.
You know?
No, man, I today I was going and Desiree was at her cousin's house, her aunt's house, helping up for her cousin's birthday, and I had Sonny, and dude, he was just once I got home, I dropped you off.
Mm-hmm.
He started crying. And I'm like, dude, what's up, bro? Like, what's going on? And so then I get home, cousin go wash my truck.
Mm-hmm.
Brother brought me straight home. I'm not gonna wash my truck, so I just went straight home. And I get to the house, and he's still crying. I'm like, bro, what is going on with you, man? So I put him on the bed. He's kind of hot. I'm gonna take his pants off and just kind of chill him. Let's cool down. He was good. And then like 45 minutes later, boom, he's just bawling his eyes out. I'm like, dude, what's going on? So I'm like, fixing the leg. Maybe he has to poop or something. I'm trying to burp or nothing. Bro, I just fed you. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me make you a bottle. I opened the bag up. Desiree does a great job of setting me up with my bag. Sets me up. I open the bag up, and I'm like, I have no bottles. I feel like everything's missing in my bag. I'm like, dude, what is going on in my bag? And I'm like, what's going on? So I called Des. I'm like, yo, how many bags? Then in that day, Mom had changed Sonny.
Mm-hmm.
So I called Mom up. I'm like, yo, like, where's Sonny's bottles at? She's like, oh, they're in the cup holders in the truck. And I'm like, why are they in the cup holders in the truck, Mom? And she's like, because I put them there. I don't want to put them back in the bag because I couldn't find the lid. And Mom, the lid's in the bag. Like, you most definitely could have put them back in here. And she's like, oh, well, I'm busy, son. And I'm like, I'm just trying to feed my son. Like, I hung up on her. So I called Des, and I'm like, dude, but I'm wondering, like, did Des only give me 2 bottles? So I called Des, like, yo, did you give me 2? She's like, yeah, I only sent you 2. And I'm like, why would you only give me 2?
Yeah.
Like, this dude be eating like crazy. Why would you only give me 2? So I make him a bottle. He's finally chilling. Well, you're good. And then he's crying. Feed him. He's chilling. I put him in the truck to go to the party. He's still crying. Well, bro, I just fed you. Like, I don't know what's going on with you. And then next thing you know, I'm like halfway there. It's like a 15-minute drive. Halfway there, silence. And I'm like, did you just down me? I'm like, what the heck?
It's a scary feeling,
yeah, bro.
It's
so I'm like reaching
feeling.
back and I'm trying to touch his face. I'm like moving his face around. I'm like, hey. And he's like, all right, cool.
Alright, we're good. Yeah, no, I do that a lot. It's scary, like with the girls. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a guy thing, like for me, but I always think of the worst thing that could happen.
100% all the time.
And
all the time.
anytime someone calls me, it's like the worst thing, and I prepare myself for it, and they're just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Okay, good." Because I don't know. It's just might be a dad thing where I'm always stressing about where the girls are and what they're doing and if they're okay, and I don't know. Yeah, it's
No, 100% with you. I do the same stuff every time.
It's that dad life, dude.
And I've only been partying for like 4 months, and it's been traumatizing already, bro. I never understood because Bobby was like, bro, like, because we had in our first episode, he's a father of 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking one night, we were drunk and we're hanging out, and he's like, bro, like, I just hear a song and I start crying. Like a song will make me cry, and I'm like, dude, shut up, that's so stupid. And then Garth Brooks, Unconditional Love. I was like,
Yeah.
let me tell you a secret. And I'm like, God damn, I want to cry my eyes out, bro. I'm like, God dang it. Or not Garth Brooks, who is that? Go Straight.
Go Straight.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm just crying. I get Bobby now. I understand it.
Yeah. It's a different world, but I love it though.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, it's dope. So, just some quick shout outs. Shout out Cousin Tommy. Was talking to you. You were talking about how you love the podcast. You watch it while you're at work. That means the world to us. You listen to it.
It does.
Just shout out to anybody that watches these podcasts all the way to this point. If you're watching these podcasts and you're commenting on our comments, thank you, because haters are motivators, and it's hilarious. I love it. So it's hilarious.
Some of the ones, they're pretty funny.
Dude, they're funny, bro. The funny one was the second one. The second episode we dropped, and they're like, Fort Lupton bums never doing nothing with their lives, and I'm like, out of this shithole town. I'm like, bro, Lupton ain't that bad. Like, I don't know why you're getting so sad.
We have a McDonald's now.
Yeah, bro, and Wendy's and Burger King, all of each other.
That's why we're all so thick out here.
And we got like BOIS. And then we got like 3 Mexican restaurants. That's cool.
Yeah.
I know kind of they have one.
Yep.
I haven't had them all, but screw them. Yeah, I need to go down. And then the most recent one was like, when are you guys talking about something interesting? And I'm like, did you watch the whole podcast? Because if you did, thank you. Like, thank you. And if you didn't, how can you make an opinion? Go to the one where we were in Texas, the Texas versus Colorado. And then in the comments is the one where...
Yeah, I was like,
and the dude agreed to him. I'm like, why are you agreeing with this dude? You don't even know this guy. Damn, we were so young.
I don't know.
It's like 3 episodes ago. Oh, also a big shout out to Two Guys One Shed. I just love their podcast.
Yes.
It's hilarious. I watch your guys' clips all the time.
That's kind of like what gave us the idea to like start like hanging out and talking. I don't know.
Whoever Dominico Dracchio is, you look like a bum, brother.
Bro, right?
I'm not trying to be mean, but change your profile pic on YouTube.
I want to blast them, but I'm like, bro, if I blast them, they know they got to me. You know what I mean? They know they got. Des is like, I'll make a fake profile and I'll comment on it.
I know. Kat was like saying the same thing. I'm like, y'all, I love you guys.
But it's awesome. We're over 100 views on each of our episodes. Our dad's is at 203, which that's awesome, and that dude's just the best.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him. He's all right.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's a good guy.
I love the dude. I freaking love that dude.
But yeah, and then I was gonna say too, if anybody ever has ideas or topics that you guys would want us to go over, message us, like shoot us text, like whatever it is. We're willing to look at all of them and see if we can bring it up on the podcast and give a couple of shout outs and stuff like that. So if you guys have anything that you guys ever want to let us know about,
and if you're Fort Lupton natives or you live around the area, let us have ideas of who you'd want to have on the podcast.
Yeah.
We have a lot of friends and family. I think we have these next 2 who got to ask the questions, but or ask them. But we have some ideas of who we want to have on. One of them is a national champion, which is freaking sick.
Mm-hmm.
But those are kind of some ideas we want to have, and I don't think we're in this podcast to have, we don't want to get down the road where we're having like Joe Rogan, which would be freaking sick. But like we just want to have normal people on and talk about normal conversations.
That's the thing is like, there are people that live on this earth every single day and they have crazier stories than the people that actually are on these big star stages and stuff like that. So we want to hear from like the actual people instead of like star-studded people.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. This is the 5th episode of the Boys Only Podcast, and we're out.
Latest.